At American Airlines Credit Union, our portal, the Hub, is managed by the Employee Communication and Engagement team. Our team of 4 focuses on connecting, informing, and inspiring our 720 employees who are spread across 47 branches. We also work hard to make the Hub a solution for all types of business issues. In one of our bigger projects, we work closely with our IT department to help them use the Hub to solve departmental issues and increase work satisfaction. It all began when they sent out a survey to their staff and got back some less than enthusiastic responses. From these responses, the team established E5, the 5 principles to guide their decisions and interactions. Once they introduced the new team charter to the whole department, we created a work group with surveys and discussion boards to keep people talking and thinking about the goals, as well as provide additional feedback on what they found most important and what needed the most work. It quickly took off. People asked for images of the 5 logos to copy into emails to recognize their team members. This grew into the creation of a second recognition module so that they could thank each other for their efforts publicly. Each month, 4 winners are chosen and recognized in the team's luncheon. Managers get an email when their employees are recognized for following E5, and they incorporate this into their annual reviews and pay increases. Since this project was launched in 2016, the monthly recognitions for the 65 E5 members are consistently double the amount sent in our recognition module for our entire 720-strong organization. You can actually see the change in the department's culture in their interactions, as well as their surveys, and the Hub played a big part in making it possible. With another team, the issue wasn't within their own department, but how the rest of the credit union perceived them. Our auditors came to us wanting to do something for International Audit Awareness Month, something that would change our employees' perceptions of what they do. They said people were afraid of them and thought a visit from audit meant they were being investigated for doing something wrong. They wanted the rest of the organization to know that they were normal credit union employees, and you could talk to them in the hallway without them following you back to your desk for an investigation. We used articles on our landing page to get to know the team. We had them come in dressed as men in black, protecting us from UFOs, or unsafe financial operations. We highlighted their expertise, the favorite part of their jobs, and most important to them, what they wish people knew about internal audit. Next, we educated employees on what their team was trying to achieve. Things like identifying risk before the external auditors arrived, and how they wanted people to think of them as a resource. We addressed common myths about why they start an audit and what the process involves. We then had a Be Audit You Can Be quiz on the Hub, where anyone, headquarters or branch, could enter to win a prize. Our headquarter employees could come and find out the correct answers at our live game show, Credit Union Squares. The team formed a panel at the front of the room and answered the questions, sometimes correctly and sometimes not. The audience had to decide if the response was correct, and if they got it right, they got a prize. The room was packed as our senior team and CEO kicked off the game, and the normally reserved team shared a little bit about themselves at the beginning. It worked out a little differently than expected. Steve shared that he liked to photograph bears, which somehow turned into a rumor that he wrestled them. The Hub allows us to keep our employees engaged with the important information. Whether it's through fun articles and graphics, quizzes, games, or discussion boards, we try to spice up the bland corporate news to make employees want to read more. We are also frequently asked to use the Hub to educate our staff on changes or important issues. One of our biggest recurring campaigns is on a topic a lot of organizations are concerned about: information security. We rebranded our InfoSec team as the superheroes fighting for data security, and used this theme throughout the year's communications. We created comics, infographics, games, and prizes to keep the readers learning. We worked closely with our information security team to reduce the click rate on suspicious emails. They use a training tool that sends fake phishing emails to employees. If they click the suspicious link, they are then sent to training on how to identify phishing. In an effort to get more employees to actively identify these emails instead of just ignoring or deleting them, we brought a competition to the Hub. Spring Phishing matched departments and branches head-to-head, March Madness style, on who was most successful in identifying and reporting the emails. We used the Hub to track the progress, and each week they could watch as groups were eliminated until the final round. The most successful department won a prize at the end. Since we first started these campaigns in 2015, our click rate has gone from 16 to 6%, and we continue to work closely with the team to improve the numbers even more. It's It's also important our staff is educated on everything we provide our members, including the special offers just for them. There's a ton of great discounts and rates for being an employee and a member, so every July we celebrate Employee Member Month. After all, it's easier to explain the benefits of our products and services to members if you've experienced them yourself. We ran a campaign starring your everyday credit union employee, Anita Tripp, planning her dream summer vacation. Our 4 employee advocates explained each week how the credit union could make those dreams come true with our products, educating our employees on both what we offer and how we could help them specifically. After a month of weekly articles, we set up our employee branch in the cafeteria, and employees could drop by to ask any questions they had about our products. They could also grab a popsicle and take a Polaroid picture with Anita Tripp. The response to this campaign was overwhelming. The communications between employees and the advocates increased significantly while we ran these articles. And finally, our own project to improve the business communication process has made the biggest impact on every employee's work life. When our VP joined our team, he had one request: find a way to reduce the number of emails employees receive in a day. We have a team called the Solution Center, which is our internal help desk to assist employees with non-technical questions. At the time, they emailed all employees every time an ATM went down in any state, if a procedure changed for a specific team, and pretty much any other business-related request a manager sent in. They couldn't target their messages to the impacted groups because our Outlook queues were so out of date and unreliable. Add on to this the people emailing the whole building to let them know about a blood drive, that their kid is selling Girl Scout cookies, and asking if anyone has seen their blue cup. It was easy to miss the emails that mattered. We worked closely with Passageways to design our newsflash. We wanted a centralized location for employees to find important information, both as it was happening and to be able to reference it in the future. We wanted to make sure it was simple enough other teams could use it to manage their communications and help speed up their current processes. We identified 6 main communications we wanted to move to the hub. Our Solution Center's communications were broken down into 3 types: 911 for system outages, 611s for important but targeted messages, and 411 for everyday information. The team had been sending an email to every employee, saving it, and uploading it into the hub for future reference. We created one location to upload, alert, and archive, saving them considerable time. We also created a policy and procedure category so employees would know when procedures impacting their work life had been updated. We were told about a major issue with employees missing updates and getting dinged in their audit for following a procedure as they remembered it. So we made sure they got a notification with the details on what change was made every time. We also knew there was an issue with employees printing the procedure they used the most and never checking to see if there was an update. So we included a hyperlink directly to the PDF for them to download and print. We allow employees to choose their news. They were automatically assigned an alert type, but they can submit a form at any time to receive their notices through pop-ups on the hub, email, or not receive an alert at all and just check the hub. The scrolling alerts are displayed live on our landing page, and you can click directly on them to read the details. You can also choose to view all to see the active stories and select the news you need from a list without scrolling. We made sure the archive had its own search, so you can always find the messages in one location without it mixing in our procedure search like we had before. From our administrative side, we can choose to send the alert at a future date so it's sent as the change occurs, and we can turn off notifications if we need to edit an alert that was already sent. We overhauled our roles in our employee onboarding process to ensure messages could be targeted to specific teams and groups, working with our Solution Center to develop them beyond just department and location into roles they needed the most. They can now send to an entire region, just our headquarters building, or to anyone who needs lending announcements. After extensive work in user testing, we were proud to receive great feedback from our employees. And of course, we were also happy to receive a lot fewer emails. The Hub allows us to make a real impact on our organization. Our small team is able to drive change, create culture, and solve business issues by having one tool that connects all employees. It's a place they can go for the news that impacts their work life, and a resource they can rely on. It's driven our employees to talk more and share their lives with their coworkers. They come here to feel appreciated and to celebrate each other's successes. The Hub connects all employees, regardless of location, to our most up-to-date information, our goals and vision, and most importantly, to each other.